Hello, everyone. My name is Denise, Astronauts by Denise, and I am here to do a card reading for the month of April. So I will go sign by sign and we will gather some guidance for what to expect or what to be mindful of for the month of April. So, for those of you who are new to me and new to my channel, I'm an intuitive astrologer and I work with meditation, with energy work, with healing, as well as with astrology, of course, using the language of the cosmos to help us understand who we are and to help understand other people and the way the world is. I really love working through symbolism and through archetypes, and I find that astrology is the perfect tool to do that. And it's always good to align ourselves with the cosmic rhythms so that we can make the most out of the energy that's available to us. So wonderful. And I set the intention for this reading that everyone who watches this video will receive the exact messages that they need to hear that will support their highest evolution and growth. Wonderful. So I would recommend for this video, I will put timestamps below. You can just tune into your sun sign, your moon sign, and your rising sign. So you'll get triple guidance. And if you need any support in finding out what your sun sign is, your moon sign is, or your rising sign, I would be more than happy to support you with that. So just send me a message or connect with me on Instagram or Facebook. The links for that are below also. So let's get started. So for any of you who are wondering, I use the Susan Shepherd deck Black Moon Astrology cards. And so this is a really great tool if you want to learn more about astrology in general, because she has some nice descriptions. And it has all the planets and all the signs and some of the aspects and all the houses as well. So, and before I do any sort of reading, because I do one-on-one readings with people, as well as workshops, I like to get grounded and centered, because it's my philosophy that, you have all the answers within you. And when you're tapping into this kind of space, when you're connecting in with a psychic or an intuitive, what that person is really doing for you is just helping you access your own higher self, or creating the space for your higher self to come through more clearly so that you can hear the messages of your higher self more clearly. And some of us are already quite connected, but it can still help to have somebody who is on the outside, a little bit more objective, who can help bring the messages through that don't get so filtered in through the mind. Wonderful. So let's just do some quick breaths together here. Let's take 3 deep breaths together and anchor in, setting the intention to receive the messages that will support your highest growth and evolution and harm to none. Breathing in deeply, really expanding your lungs, filling your lungs, holding, and exhaling, releasing, relaxing, sinking deeper. 2 more of these breaths, breathing in light, breathing in love, holding, and gently exhaling, releasing, letting go. And our last breath together. Breathing in, holding, and exhaling, releasing, letting go. From here, I'd like to call a pillar of white light down from the heavens, straight from source, the white light of source, to ourselves now in our collective space, you who's watching now, me, and the people who are watching in the future. And this beautiful white light instantly raises our vibration and brings us into vertical alignment with the heavens and the earth. And anchoring in here, grounding yourself, visualizing a cord of light going down from your belly all the way down to the core crystal of our planet, sending a cord of light. And it's okay if you can't see it, just the intention is enough. Connecting in, anchoring into the core crystal of Gaia, so that you are fully connected to the heavens and to earth, so that you can receive the clearest guidance possible. And our last step will be for asking for higher self connection now. So inviting your higher self to the space. Wonderful. So we're going to start with Aries. Setting the intention for Aries sun, moon, and or rising to receive the messages that are most relevant for them, that will be most supportive for them for the month of April. What does Aries need to know? Okay, we got 2 cards here for you, Aries. All right, so the first card we have is 10th house, the world. And so this is an amazing card for career. So April is going to be a good month for you for going public, for being seen, for taking up space, and for pursuing your professional life, your career goals, your ambitions. What is your life's work? What is your life's ambition? It's a good time this month. Yeah, and especially since it's Aries season as well. But we also have at the same time void, of course, missing. So perhaps when it does come to career matters, it's good to think about things, because I know Aries does like to just push through and to leap before they look, and to be impulsive because they have this natural fire. The first spark of creation runs through Aries veins. And so while there's going to be good energy for you in career, because career is definitely the focus for this month for Aries, sun, moon, or rising, this void course of moon will invite you to be more reflective, to be more slow, to be more mindful, and just to let things play out. So it's not necessarily this energy of doing, of initiating. It's letting it unfold. It's watching it blossom. So, but I foresee some really good things with career. And if there are any changes, know that it's always for your highest good. So don't try to force or push anything this month, especially in the domain of career. Okay, so let's move on to Taurus. Taurus, sun, moon, or rising, calling for the highest guidance possible for Taurus, sun, moon, or rising for the month of April. For everyone who's watching now and later, what does Taurus need to know? Taurus, this is interesting. So for the month of April, this is a great time to be doing any past life work, Taurus, any past life regression. And if you're not into past lives, that's totally okay too. You can even use this as like just in your own lifetime, right? We've lived many lifetimes within one lifetime, just thinking about the different phases of our life, like the different stages, the different types of things that we were into, the different people we've been. It's a good time to kind of reflect on that and to do the work in that and to do the inquiry in that. This is a very karmic thing, this South Node. And so, yeah, doing those like past life regressions or reflecting back is going to be important at this time. And you might notice some karmic connections coming up. Some people who feel really familiar to you. And these are probably people you've known in past lives or that you have some sort of soul contract with. And this can be positive, this can be negative, but I even hesitate to use the word negative because even if there are challenging relationships or situations, there's always a silver lining and there's always a reason why those situations or people find our way, right? And it's always about lessons, it's always about learning, it's always about evolution. So this card is really about like letting go of the past. And it says life's debts here. So it's really about kind of like clearing, completing contracts, whether that's in this lifetime or in past lifetimes. So yeah, just pay attention to the type of people that you're meeting, if anybody feels really familiar, and just allow things to unfold as well. Like if things need to fall apart, let them fall apart. because this is really an energy of like shedding, of letting go, and yeah, making way for the new, because this is old stuff, right? And we don't want to stay in the old. And Taurus can have a tendency to hold on to things, and it's part of also Taurus's lesson to embrace change and transformation, right? So you might be feeling that during this month. All right, let's move on to Cancer. Cancer sun, moon, or rising. Asking for the highest guidance possible at this time for Cancer sun, moon, or rising that will support whoever is watching now and later's path for the highest good of all from time to man. What wisdom and guidance is there available for Cancer sun, moon, or rising? Okay, we have 2 cards here for you, Cancer. I'm just going to drink some water. We have 2 cards here for you, Cancer. We have water element sensing, and we have 8th house endings and beginnings. So this month of April is going to be highly, 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 highly transformative, Cancer. And this is good. This is like a snake shedding its skin, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Like you are ready for this transformation. And water element. So you already have a sense about what this transformation is about intuitively. And Cancers are already highly intuitive. They're a water sign. So you're really already connected in with the psychic realms, with the intuitive realms, with the emotional realms. And so with this transformation that's happening this month for you, these endings and beginnings, lean into your intuition, trust your intuition, follow your heart, listen to your heart, because this is associated with the heart, right? The water element. That's the guidance there for you. And don't hold on. I know that Cancers sometimes like to hold on to things, but it's important to just let go so that you can emerge as a phoenix rising from the ashes for this new phase of your life. And it also makes sense too, because Aries season, the season that we're in, is the astrological new year. So even though our calendar new year starts in January, the astrological new year starts with Aries season, with the spring equinox, with spring, right? New life coming, being reborn. So tap into these energies as well too. Like, who do you want to be? What do you want to let go of? So that's it for Cancer. Be at peace. Allow the changes to happen. And so I forgot about Gemini. Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. Right? So we're going to read for Gemini sun, moon, and or rising. Asking for the highest guidance possible for Gemini sun, moon, or rising for the month of April. What do they need to know? So quite a few cards came out for you, Gemini. And we have, interestingly enough, your own sign, Gemini. So whenever I see this, when I'm doing my readings, like, you know, your sign coming up, it's just be you. Be true to who you are. Express yourself. And who is Gemini? Gemini is the storyteller. Gemini is, you know, like the journalist. They're very intelligent. They gather facts and they share these facts with people, and they're very social and they're very witty and intelligent. So for this month of April, like, lean into those gifts, that throat chakra, you know, communication, lean into that Gemini and stay into the light of Gemini, because the shadow of Gemini, I'm not saying that this applies to you, this sounds quite bright, is the shadow can be kind of more gossipy or, you know, concerned with like trivial facts or, you know, not necessarily information that helps people, right? You want to stay elevated. You want to be communicating truthfully, honestly, and from love, like connecting in the third eye wisdom, the crown chakra, cosmic downloads coming down to the throat. So communicating from that wise place and also communicating from the heart. And interestingly enough, our second card is communication. So communication is a big thing for you this month, Gemini. So really lean into your talents, really lean into your gifts, really express who you are and say how you feel and use your words. And even if you're not using your words, write them in your journal if you don't want to share it with anybody. But it's really important to get those like ideas to paper, put pen to paper, and to communicate digitally, verbally, whatever. Get those ideas out there. Because you're going through massive change, lunar eclipse. So we don't have a lunar eclipse coming up, but what the lunar eclipse means is it's a kind of more shadowy time period, right? It shakes things up. It's dramatic, big changes that, change the course of your life, like a new job or a new place or a deepening of a relationship. And with the lunar eclipse, because the lunar is, related to the water element, you already kind of know what this change is going to be about. So open up, be flexible, go with the flow. This is really important. And this is easy for you anyway, Gemini, because you're air sign, you're mutable, you're used to kind of moving around freely. But there's going to be this big change that happens, especially within the next 6 weeks. And up until the next 6 months, that's kind of the time period that we're working in. So be open, but it's going to be good. Any changes that happen are always for your highest good. Anything that gets taken away comes back in a better form. What's meant for you will always be for you. And yeah, we got the moon. So yeah, Gemini, the energy for April is really interesting for you. And that you have both of these like kind of air element things happening. Like Gemini is an air sign. You got the air element, and then you got the lunar eclipse, which is related to the moon, lunar, right? And literally the moon card. So you've got this nice like mental and emotional kind of two realms happening. And, Gemini is quite a dualistic sign anyway with the twins, right? So I think this month of April is also going to be for you about balancing the mind with your emotions. I'm not trying to be overly logical. I'm not trying to be overly emotional, finding this balance. But there's going to be some stirrings that happen, and it's going to be important for you to stay in your light and to communicate honestly and openly, like I said, from wisdom and from the heart. And the moon is like just connect in with your emotional nature, like be honest about that, and maybe that's something that you need to communicate about as well. So yeah, lots going on there. I feel like we could go quite deeper with that as well too. But we'll move on to the next sign. So hopefully that helps, Gemini. Okay, so our next sign is Leo. So this is a reading for Leo sun, moon, and or rising, and asking for the highest guidance possible to go through me now. For Leo sun, moon, or rising for the month of April, what do they need to know? Okay, so we have 2 cards here for you, Leo. Yod, destiny. This is a powerful aspect in the birth chart. And what it has to do with is destiny and the concept of sacrifice. So what do you need to let go of to reach your destiny? It's going to be important for you to reflect on. And with the word sacrifice, something that I came across is that commitment is sacrifice. So what do you need to commit to? What do you need to sacrifice in the short term to be able to reach your destiny? And then we have the earth element, stability. So for this month of April, it's going to be important to be grounded. It's going to be important to be rooted, go out for walks, spend time in nature, walk barefoot if you can. I know that we can't Canada because there's snow on the ground. But if you're on a part of the world where you can do that, that would be really, really good for you this time. And a practice that I've learned from the Rose Priestess lineage is just laying on the earth or on the ground, but visualizing the earth and like sending a cord of light from your sacral center, from your sacral chakra, the second chakra, or the womb space if you're a woman, and sending a cord of light down to the center of the earth like we did earlier. This is another good way to like ground and release. And this is something that I learned from Shona Keeli from the Rose Lineage Mystery School. She's an amazing teacher. This will help you kind of release any stagnant energy. And of course, eating well, because the earth has to do with the body, right? So this is whenever the earth element comes up, it's a call to be more responsible, and it's a call to be more grounded and to connect in with your body. And so in conjunction with this Yaw Destiny card, it is asking you to be more practical this month, Leo. Be practical, be grounded, especially when you're making these decisions. Like really think about like what your destiny is and then how you're going to get there and what you need to do. All right, hopefully that helps, Leo. So our next sign is Virgo. Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. May the highest guidance flow through now for Virgo, sun, moon, and rising for the month of April. What does Virgo need to know? Oh, this is an awesome month for you, Virgo. Excellent. We have two cards for you here. We have ninth house, faith, and Jupiter, abundance. Whenever Jupiter comes up, this is like a huge, 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 huge blessing. So, you know, there's going to be ease, there's going to be grace, there's going to be abundance, there's going to be opportunities. So just be open. Just be open. And it's important to have faith to be able to receive this. And you're worthy of receiving this, Virgo. So don't get tripped up on, am I worthy? Is this too good to be true? Like you have your analytical mind anyway to support you with all of that, but have faith because that's the strong energy of Jupiter, is this optimism and this faith. And it's very expansive energy. And so Virgo can be quite detail oriented, but this month it's inviting you to be more expansive, to like broaden your mind and to expand your horizons with the ninth house. Ninth house, faith. And the ninth house rules travel. And I know that we're in restricted circumstances now, but even a little trip, if you can do that, or traveling in the mind, reading books or meditating or learning new things, like taking a new course, starting a new program, because it rules higher education as well. This is going to be a good opportunity for you to expand your known world. And there's just going to be ease and grace in all of that. So that's for Virgo. And then we'll move on to Libra. Libra, sun, moon, or rising, calling for the highest guidance possible. May the highest guidance possible flow through me now for Libra. For the month of April. What does Libra need to know? April 2021. Okay. You have one card, Libra. First house, body. Libra, it is important for you this month to connect in with your physical vessel. Get grounded, get rooted, like, you know, use lotion, like get massages, exercise. Exercise is a big one. Whatever feels good for you to get into your body, this is really, really important for you this month. And the first house is also about like our ego, our identity, our image. So if you wanted to do something like changing your appearance, this might be a good month for you to do that as well. So connect in with that, maybe getting a haircut or something, or trying a new makeup style or new clothes. This would be a good time for that, because this first house is all about your image, especially for Libra rising, because Libra rising is Libra in the first house. Yeah, so yeah, Libras, get into your body and enjoy your appearance. Yeah, which is great. Easy for Libra to do. All right, so we'll move on to Scorpio now. Call the white light of source to myself now. I ground myself into the heart of Gaia, and I ask for the highest guidance possible to flow through me for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising for the month of April 2021. What do we need to know? What will serve Scorpio? Okay. Solar eclipse. So big, dramatic changes are on its way. These changes are not going to be small. They're going to be clearly noticeable. So make room. And if something leaves, let it leave. If something falls apart, maybe it's best to just take a step back. This is very dramatic energy. So you might be feeling this energy for the month of April. And you know, it's always for your highest good. And Scorpios, you are so comfortable with transformation anyway. So this is not going to be difficult for you. You're going to really anchor into this and you're going to flow with it. But you need to be grounded. Earth element. So going on walks, walking barefoot if you can on the earth, spending time in nature, connecting in with your body, eating healthy food. This is really important. Going to bed early, like all that, you know, I know us spiritual types love to like astral project and and go deep into philosophy and so on and so forth. But the body is our temple. The body is a vessel, and we need to anchor into our bodies to be able to even handle higher frequencies. And especially since you're going to be going through a major revolution, transformation, taking care of the body is critical, Scorpio. So hopefully that helps, Scorpio. All right, Nicholas, well, thank you for your question. I actually did do Gemini already, so maybe check back into this video later once it's posted. And I'll have timestamps below, so you can definitely tune into Gemini later. All right. So next on my list is Sagittarius. Sagittarius. Call the white light of source to myself now. I ground myself lovingly into the heart of Gaia now, and I ask for the highest guidance possible to flow through me now for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, or Rising for the month of April. What does Sagittarius need to know? Okay. So we have two cards for you, Sagittarius. And the reason why I said wow is just because there's similar themes happening for all of the signs this month. So this is awesome. First card we have is Pluto transformation. And the second card we have is Ninth House Faith. So big transformations happening, Sagittarius. And with Pluto, it's always wise to go with it. Do not resist whatever changes are happening, because Pluto is the Lord of death and destruction. And it always does it for our highest good. So if something's dying, if something's crumbling, if something's falling apart, maybe it's for the highest good. Because you cannot transform without something dying. You cannot invite in something new into your life without clearing out the space. So Sagittarius, being at flow with this, and you're a mutable sign, mutable fire, so you're easy, you know, it's easy for you to do this. So just flow with it. But it might be dark, it might be a little bit heavy, and that's life, right? It's not sunshines and rainbows all the time. Even though you are the most optimistic and happy-go-lucky sign, sometimes Pluto can be a little bit like denser energy, and it's okay, because it purifies, it clears, it cleanses, it heals. This is really the card of the shaman, the planet of the shaman. So be open to some shamanic stuff happening this month to you. And then Ninth House Faith. So even if it is getting dark, lean into your faith, whatever that is, if that's religion, if that's God, source, spirit, angels, guides, like whatever. Lean into that and yourself, right? Lean into your faith, lean into your optimism, lean into your joy. That will be greatly beneficial for you as you're letting go and shedding your skin like a snake for the new you, for the new astrological year, which starts in April, or starts with a spring equinox. And for April, we'll still be in this kind of Aries energy until about like the 20th, where we're just starting the new year. So lean into all of that. And with ninth house, it's always good to, this is a good sign for taking a course, for starting a new program, for, reading expansive books, because it's like religion, philosophy, anything that expands and broadens your mind is going to be great for you. And I mean, you love that anyway, because you're Sag. And it also corresponds with travel, the ninth house. So I know that travel is a little bit more difficult nowadays, but if there is anywhere that you can go, might be good for you to just kind of expand and broaden your mind, which will definitely help with the transformations. It'll help you see things from a new perspective, from a higher perspective about what's going on for you in your life. And, as always, if a house comes up, I would encourage you to look at what planets are in that house for you. So in this case, what's in your ninth house might be extra insight for you. And where's your Pluto? All right, so let's move on to the next one. We're moving on to Capricorn. Capricorn sun, moon, or rising. From the white light, close to myself now, grounding myself into the heart of Gaia now. Ooh, there's a lot of cards here. Just kind of jumped out. Okay, I feel like I need to pull from here. Okay, here we go. They just fell on out. Okay. So Capricorn. We have 4 cards for you, Capricorn. Leo, I will. This is always a good sign when you get Leo. Oh, excellent, Lindsay. Leo is all about yes, go for it, shine like the sun, do it. Be confident, be bold, be brave. Saturn, truth. All about taking responsibilities, all about maturity, all about discipline, and all about long-term thinking. So, what fiery action can you take to support your truth and your long-term vision? Then you have Sun. This is also an awesome energy. It's like very much like, yes, go for it, do it. Yes, yes, yes. And this is, Sun rules Leo. So we've got some double positive energy here for you. And then 4th house roots. So this month, April, it's going to be good for you to reflect on your house, on your home, where you live, your ancestry, your roots, your family, your blood family and your chosen family, and your sense of emotional security and safety, right? Like, because the home space is supposed to be this space where we can fully let it all out and fully just be ourselves, because it's this private space. And then, this is in contrast to the public realm, right? So this month for you, Capricorn, it might be a little bit like feeling this tension between, ooh, I want to go out and see the world, right? This is Sun, this is Leo, this is big, bold energy, and balancing things at home. One second. As I'm talking about the home. Yeah, thinking about the home. This is the theme for you this month of April, the home, and like the sense of emotional safety. And then also working towards your long-term goal. But you have Leo and the Sun supporting you strongly this month. So like, just go for it. Be bold, be brave, anchor into your home, anchor into your truth, anchor into your long-term visions, and just lean into that beautiful Sun energy. Great. All right, so now we're going to move on to Aquarius. It is the age of Aquarius. Are you guys feeling that? I am. All right, I'm just picking up my cards since they jumped out. The white light of source to myself now. I draw myself lovingly into the heart of Gaia now. And I ask for the highest guidance to flow through me now for Aquarius sun, moon, and or rising for the month of April. What guidance is there for Aquarius this month? Okay, we're getting the same cards. Guys, there's themes, there's energies here. All right, so we have earth element stability and first house, the body. So Aquarius, you guys are brainy types. You guys are intelligent. You guys have millions of ideas. And, and this is your age. This is your era, with Saturn in Aquarius and Jupiter in Aquarius and the world moving towards more Aquarian principles like, online technology, community. It's good for you to be grounded in your body though, because all air signs can get very heady and stuck in the mind and stuck in the idea world. But there's a need to bring it down to earth. And how do you do that? Like bringing heaven to earth, right? That's the goal. Bringing more love and light and peace to earth. And whatever you want to manifest, whatever visions you have, whatever dreams you have, like bringing that down to earth. And so the earth is coming in very strongly, and particularly your body, right? The first house, the body. So what exercise can you be doing this month? What food should you be eating? Tune into your body. Your body will always let you know what it needs. What vitamins do you need to be taking? Anchor into the physical vessel. Anchor into the physical realm, the material realm, earth. And you can do this, like I said already, by exercising, eating healthy, tuning into your body, what it needs. And by tuning into the earth element, like maybe get some plants around you or go for a walk barefoot. This is going to be good for you, especially this month, to help anchor in these frequencies, because you have so many high voltage, beautiful, progressive ideas, Aquarius, but you need to bring that down. And, people say Aquarius is, they're like aliens. Yes, because they have very progressive ideas and they're ruled by Uranus, which is, innovation. But there needs to be some kind of like tangible, practical application of those things. And the earth element can support you with doing that. So as you incorporate more of the earth element into your life by spending time in nature, taking care of your body, so on and so forth, you will be able to anchor these in better. And it is also a matter of like downloads and frequencies, which, you're getting all the time, but in the end, you still have a body and you can only go as far as your body can go. You can't really go any farther than that. So you have to take care of this physical vessel, and it's a temple. And also with the first house, and I would recommend checking like what sign or planets you have in your first house, as well as how much earth you have in your chart. But the first house is also about our appearance. So this could be a good time for you to like reinvent your look or your brand or your wardrobe, getting a haircut. Those sorts of things can be good for you this month as well too, because you have that first house energy. So it's about the body and it's also about our appearance. Great. And then we move on to the last one, Pisces. Pisces. All the white light of source to myself now. I ground myself lovingly into the heart of Gaia now. And I ask for the highest guidance to flow through me now. For Pisces, sun, moon, or rising, what is the highest guidance possible for Pisces, sun, moon, or rising for the month of April? Okay, so we have water element. So you are a water sign. So lean into your intuition this month. Lean into your emotions, but do not get lost or caught up in them. But, your intuition is going to be really important for you this month, Pisces. And if there's anything you can do that's creative or artistic to like express yourself, that's going to be really helpful, especially if there's any like intense emotions, like taking a bath, especially with Epsom salt or Dead Sea salt or Himalayan salt. Or even a shower with that intention of like clearing away all that no longer serves you, going, spending time by the river or lake, whatever body of water you have near, close by. Connecting in with water is going to be really important this month. That's going to help soothe your emotions. It's going to help bring you into balance. And you're going to get some good, deep psychic insights this month too, if you allow it. And then we have Virgo, I analyze. So Virgo is actually the sister sign to Pisces. It's the opposite sign. So Pisces is more abstract and more dreamy and more emotional. And Virgo is more rational, detail-oriented, precise, and it's an earth element. So both have a lot to learn from each other. Like Pisces can support Virgo in having more faith, to connect in with their spirituality more, and to see the bigger picture. And Virgo can help Pisces with the earth realm, with the tangible things, like to help bring Pisces back to earth, because Pisces can be very dreamy. Of course, it depends on the whole chart, right? But this is an invitation this month to lean into Virgo energy and see if you have any Virgo planets in your chart. Do you know any Virgos? Spending time with Virgo energy will be beneficial. It'll help make things more tangible for you, more practical, more realistic for you, because Virgos are great at providing structure and some kind of boundaries, right? And they're very focused on the mundane world, let's say. That's the other bit of the polarities. Virgo is more focused with the mundane, and Pisces is more focused on the spiritual. But you need both because we're human, right? So yeah, lean into that, lean into Virgo energy, and also honoring your intuitive, free-flowing water nature. So that's it. That's all the signs. So I'll leave the timestamps below. And if you have any questions, let me know. And if you would like more videos like this, please let me know. Subscribe, like, communicate with me, because I want to be creating content that's useful for you, that's beneficial for you. And I'm sending you all my love. Thank you so much.